Since I started my YouTube channel over 2 years ago, the most frequent question that I get is, where can I get one of these? And the answer is right here. This is the Ebony Stick. This is a handmade tool made out of solid ebony wood, and I want to tell you all about it. So this is used as a shell Cordovan care tool. It's used to care for the scuffs and scratches, as well as the rolls and creases within a pair of shell Cordovan shoes. You can also use it for just general, shining and shoe care. If you want to raise the luster of the shell Cordovan, if you want to smooth the shell Cordovan out, it's really something that is a very versatile and easy to use tool. Let me get some of the basics out of the way, such as where are you going to be able to get it, when can you get it, and how much do they cost. One of the most difficult things about bringing a product like this to the market is finding a craftsman that is able to make this piece of wood to the tolerances and specifications that I had. Enter Justin from Dapper Woodworks. You may already be familiar with this business. He is a menswear accessory craftsman and business that's pretty prominent within the space. You're able to buy these from Dapper Woodworks website, and the pre-order for the first batch, which will be a batch of 15, is going to start on November 28th, which is this coming Tuesday. The regular retail price of these is going to be $100. That's USD. But for the pre-order, at least for this first batch, we're going to offer a discount of 15%. So the first batch, the pre-order price is going to be $85. These are hand-tooled and hand-finished products, so they take a while to make. This is a way that we're able to kind of get these into the hands of all of you as fast as possible. The pre-orders are on target. Again, they're going to start on the 28th, and then they'll be on target to kind of ship out the first week of January. Now, what about a tool like this that makes it the best possible tool for the job when you have a number of other things like all of these? While I am definitely biased because this is my first product, but what I would say is this is specifically designed for the job. Both the ergonomics as well as the form and the functional shape of this tool is 100% targeted to care for a pair of shoes or boots that's made out of shell Cordovan. The benefits of that is that this tool is a solid piece of ebony wood, which is one of the densest woods on earth. It has a completely natural finish, so this is hand turned on a lathe. Then Justin takes it off the lathe, obviously hand finishes the shape, and then sands and buffs this to a very high degree of finishing to ensure that it is perfectly smooth all the way around, beveled edges on both sides, and there's no part of this which could damage your shell. Also very contoured so that you're able to use any part of the tool on the shell Cordovan and reach any part of the shoe, even some of the very hard to reach places kind of in the arch or along the edge and the heel on the toe. It's really a very versatile and easy to use and comfortable to use tool. Now, I'm pretty confident that the majority of you that are watching this video are already familiar with this tool, and I've already shared it and kind of demonstrated it on this pair of boots, which I'll show you some of that footage now just as a demo as far as how it was used and what it was able to achieve. But from a more general perspective, for those that may not be as familiar with it, why is it important to have a tool like this, specifically one that I have in my hands that cost $100? Well, first, the simple, easy to use, but very complex shape makes it so that you can use this with confidence all over the shoe. It's going to be very comfortable to hold. You don't have to maintain or care for the tool like you do with a deer bone. You have to kind of keep that in plastic. You have to find the very smooth part of the deer bone. This, it's perfectly smooth all over. You don't have to worry about what side you use. You use all sides and all edges, and you can store this wherever you want, however you want. On top of that, this is going to continue to age and get better with age because it's going to absorb all of the natural oils from your hand, as well as all of the oils, waxes, and product that is in the shell Cordovan. All of that contact and friction is really going to transfer and kind of make this into a self-polishing piece of ebony wood. From a standpoint of like the importance of caring for shell Cordovan in this manner, What I would say is when you look at older pairs of shell, some of you may have some of these pairs, you're really going to see a buildup of oils, waxes, and residue in the creases and the rolls. One of the ways that you can combat that or prevent it is using a tool like this to smooth out those rolls and really like redistribute the oils and waxes across the rest of the shell Cordovan. As you can see here, I'm really just kind of using the tool however feels most comfortable, and I'm able to pretty effortlessly smooth out the creases and the rolls on the vamp of this penny loafer. It's doing it in a pretty like expedited fashion, if I may say so myself. Very easily, you can just kind of angle the shoe and then you can continue kind of smoothing those rolls out. On the side here, you can use the narrower end. You can flip it and kind of hold it like a pencil and just kind of use some circular motions with some medium pressure, just like this, either back and forth, side to side. It's really kind of whatever works best for you, for the shoe, or just whatever's most comfortable. I'm definitely going to do a more in-depth demonstration of using this specific tool on a shoe like this, kind of taking it start to finish, smoothing the creases, the rolls, kind of rejuvenating a pair of shell Cordovan. I'll do that closer to when these are ready to ship to all of you. But in the meantime, I wanted to answer a few questions that folks had raised to me either through social media or just in kind of like private offline conversations. So first is, can you use this on other types of leather? What I would say is yes and no. Let me explain here. So this is a pair of horse rump, engineer boots from Brass Tokyo or Clinch. So like this is the rump of the horse, but it's still horse hide. It's not the shell Cordovan. I've definitely used this tool a number of times on this exact pair of boots along the heel, kind of just buffing out some of the scuffs and scratches that I accumulate in these as I wear them pretty vigorously. They get beat up. Does it work? Yeah, it works extremely well. Does a tool like this have the same benefits and the same impact on the leather like it does on shell Cordovan? The answer is no. This tool is really designed and intended for shell Cordovan leather. You could use it on other leathers and it may accomplish the job, but it's really intended for shell Cordovan. Why is this being sold for $100? If I'm going to make one and sell it to all of you or anybody that wants to buy it, it's got to be one that I'm extremely proud and confident of. Because of that, a lot of handwork is required from Dapper Woodworks that has to go into this tool to ensure that it is up to spec. It's not going to damage the shell, and it's actually going to make the shell Cordovan care process much more effortless. Because of that, there's a lot of man hours that needs to go into each and every one of these tools, making sure that it's perfectly smooth, up to spec, up to size, and really going to stand the test of time. Really excited to get these all out to all of you. Really curious to see how many of you are interested in picking one up or have maybe already picked one up by the time you saw this video. Let me know down in the comments. And for folks that still may not have made up their mind, please let me know what questions, concerns, or any thoughts that you may have about this, and I would be more than happy to help answer those if I can, or just shed some more light on the topic. Really appreciate all you guys that have made it this far into the video, and really just can't wait to see what you all think about this shelvage product. Thank you so much. I'll see you very soon.